The new Outlaw Pass for Red Dead Online has leaked, and it is called the Halloween Pass. Rockstar always ends up creating specific content for the Halloween season in both of their games, those being, of course, GTA Online and Red Dead Online. And last year, we saw a really fun Fear of the Dark game mode, which put survivors against two hunters who had super speed and super jump and had to prevent the survivors from collecting all the special saddlebags in the time limit, which would ultimately give the hunters their abilities. It was a really fun mode, and while that can still make a return, a new game mode has also been leaked with this Halloween pass, plus a whole lot more. This pass is actually so big, we'll probably be circling around to it at a later date while we continue to go into more detail, but today I want to share with you the leaked screenshots of this Halloween pass. We will analyze the items and discuss why this is such a good thing for us players. So, if you enjoy this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you want to stay up to date with everything Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Online, and Rockstar games as a whole, consider hitting that subscribe button. Definitely put on your favorite mask, because it's about to get spooky. We haven't seen back-to-back Red Dead Online passes ever. There was always some sort of downtime, whether it was between Frontier Pursuits Outlaw Pass 1 and Moonshiners, and then of course Moonshiners and the incredibly long and grueling wait between Moonshiners and the Naturalist update, which released this week. But now it seems like that may be changing on Rockstar's end, which is ultimately a win for us as Red Dead players. Since this pass is called the Halloween Pass, it really wouldn't make sense for it to drop after this Outlaw Pass ends October 19th of this year, and so probably right after that, we should expect this Halloween Pass to take its place. Of course, Rockstar confirmed that one more major DLC update would be coming for Red Dead Online this year, most likely in December at the tail end of the year, but what's really good is having this second pass in between to tide us over. It never really made sense to only release a battle pass for a game when a major DLC drops, especially a game like this where DLC updates already are so limited to begin with, so this is a really nice change that we're going to be having some type of new content drop in between, like a mid-season update. So, starting off, I want to make very clear that these are leaks, and because of that, I take it very seriously on my channel, as developers and publishers alike sometimes will take action on channels, especially here on YouTube, who either show off leaked content or just unreleased content as a whole for their games. They'll issue copyright strikes, and I just want to make sure everyone is safe, so what I've done is posted 2 links to all 8 leaked screenshots below that you can find in my description box. Click on the Show More button, and you will see them right there, and I will have them labeled as Part 1 and Part 2. Now, if you choose, you can follow along with us, and everything here we're going to be discussing in this video. We have the premise, we have the info, so let's get started on dissecting these images. Jumping right in, the first image shared from Sam Bansel 100 over on Twitter, who shared all 8 of these images actually as well, so shout out to him. The first we have, this seems like a machete melee weapon variant. You can see this really jagged and serrated edge machete, which looks absolutely insane. You would not want to get slashed or cut by that thing. And then of course you can see a death skull with like ram horns or some type of devil horns on top poking out of the top of its skull, and the handle is engraved with its spine. It's a red handle, and it looks sweet, honestly. So this is one reward. Unfortunately, we don't have any info on like what tier or what level of the Halloween Pass or the next Outlaw Pass that these rewards will take place in, but these are some of the ones to look forward to. So we have this one. It's a new melee weapon variant of the machete, and honestly, it looks absolutely amazing. That's probably my favorite part about this. But moving on, we also have some new weapon variants, which I'm actually so happy about. We finally have one for a sniper rifle. It's for the rolling block rifle, and as you can see here, we have a death bat. It's a skull with bat wings on the side with other cool engravings on the stock, and then other engravings along the barrel and the frame, and also the scope and also the frame, the hammer, and the trigger of the rolling block rifle are engraved and colored in the gold metal. And the barrel appears to be one of the black steel ones. No blue steel on this weapon. It looks sweet. It's just black steel and gold, and I like the look of it a lot. I'm going to be rocking this because I haven't necessarily changed the metals to my typical gold, blue steel, and nickel variants that I usually use on my weapons, like you can see on my Lancaster repeater and pump action shotgun, etc. So before I do that, I definitely want to try out this rolling block rifle variant. Now moving on to the third leak screenshot. This appears to be the new decor for the Moonshine Shack. It's a Halloween style one. So you can see a ox or some type of bull skull over the counter with moonshine bottles and the melted wax from the candles. It's very satanic looking with these red cut up rags all hung from the roofs. It looks to be some type of version of the default one, just obviously more geared towards Halloween. But you can see on the right side, the columns have changed with different styles of other horns and skulls, and just honestly looks really cool. And I'm very excited for this as well. I'll probably dress up my Moonshine Shack for the time being. When that drops, I will be applying this Moonshine Shack thing. And I just want to mention, so far, we talked about a machete variant. We talked about this Moonshine Shack. We talked about the rolling block rifle variant. These are really good rewards so far, guys. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but like these aren't just some vouchers and some coupons and like, you know, a weird nightcap like an Outlaw Pass 3 or the Bandito Mask. Like these are some sick rewards for the mid-season update for Red Dead Online here for the Halloween season. So moving on to something more low-key for the fourth screenshot, we have these like leather bandages or leather wraps for our hands, maybe signifying some type of mummy kind of wrap. I don't know. There's a red light lighting on it, so at first I thought it was bloody, but it's just a red light in the background. One of, you know, Rockstar's little designers, I guess, added that in to look better in the Outlaw Pass tiers when you actually scroll through the pass. But again, another cosmetic for your character. These are going to be another version of gloves you can wear, even though they're just wraps around your hands. We have fingerless gloves, and we have the bullseye gloves, which just have your index finger revealed, but these seem to be just like wraps. So they're fingerless gloves, but they're wraps for your hands. So those are 4. Now we have 4 more screenshots to move on to. The next, we could see 2 characters emoting here, and there's something interesting about the masks they're wearing. These are basically bloody bandage wraps, and what Voyager's Revenge pointed out, I mean, because he uploads cinematic videos about RDR2 and other games here on YouTube, and he actually has a thumbnail for his video using that same exact thing, and that was from a few months ago. And so this has been in the game for a while. Obviously, in some aspect, it's in the story mode or it's just unreleased content. I never really saw it in the story mode, but here it is here in Red Dead Online, and this is also coming in the Outlaw Pass. But look at the 2 emotes these characters are doing as well. One is holding up a knife, more like Freddy Krueger or like Jason or something like that. Friday the 13th, Halloween, and probably Halloween. That's what I'd imagine. But all of those types of killers, he's holding it up like that, and you can see the character on the right, again, with the bandages over her eyes and just the bloody bandages, but then her emote as well. It's like a zombie ghoul type moving her hands around. Honestly, I'm looking forward to using these in the online as well, and I hope you guys are too. Moving on to the 7th leaked screenshot, you can see 3 characters with 2 new horse masks on. They're all wearing those bandages around their face, and what appears to be on these horse masks as well, similar styles to what we saw in Outlaw Pass 1 and 2, but of course the actual specifics of them and like the actual leather wrap around one of the horses on the left side, that white clad over there, you could see the horse mask. It's a similar style to what we have, but it's got like all those staples in the middle of it, like the stitching, you know, honestly looks really cool. And then of course on the right side you can see more of like one of the bloody ram ones. We have a very similar one right now in the game, but of course the actual specifics differ on this, and it appears that this character is holding some type of knife with like that golden cup around the handle that you would see on like a pirate sword. I don't really know how to explain it. And then it has like a red tip to it, so either that's dipped in blood or there's some NPC's blood on there, or that's the style of the knife as well. Looking forward to that. I'm not sure if their clothing is new, but talking about the last screenshot, again, we have a new camp flag. It's the Ace of Spades that you can see poking out behind these characters in the background. Once again, they have the bloody bandages, and that I'm gonna assume is going to be some type of mask. I doubt it would be the hat upgrade, because you can see the one character with the varmint hat on, and they have like a red bandana that's all the way up over their face, and then I think you have the bandages underneath as well. And then of course these 2 horses, again, that's the same horse mask on the left that we just saw in the previous screenshot, but on the right, that is like a Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos mask. It's the ram mask, or bighorn ram mask, I guess. Again, the style we've seen previously in the game, but with an awesome Day of the Dead color scheme here. And then I thought that saddle was new, but that's just one of the upgraded saddles. I was looking at that last night on stream. So this appears to be all of the leaked screenshots so far. That's where we're going to wrap up today's video. We just went over all 8 leaked screenshots for the new Red Dead Online Halloween Pass, expected to come to the game later on this year, and we've seen even more info, and we have more info to talk about in regards to some already leaked new changes, additions, bonuses, other rewards, and even new game modes, but unfortunately that's all we have time for here today. Expect another video about everything very soon, and by that time we may have even more juicy intel to talk about. This is just a very exciting time for Red Dead Online, so hopefully you all enjoyed enjoyed the video, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Red Dead Online, Red Dead Redemption 2, and even Rockstar games as a whole. We'll be sure to keep you guys up to date with updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. But if you guys also want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. I practically live on all three of those websites, and you can feel free to strike up a conversation and even ask me a question. Whatever it may be, you can follow me at Hazardous HDTV, and all of my social media links, including my Discord, can be found in the description down below. With that said, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.